Welcome. Chat rules. No doxing. No homophobic bullcrap. No racial bullcrap. If you don't like someone in chat, click on their name and select block. And then select block again. Done. If you ever feel like it's all too much, log off and contact the number below for help. To be eligible for gifted memberships, click the $sign and select membership. Then hit gift settings and slide to on to allow gifts. Turn off the settings the same way. My email, ConnieKR68@gmail.com. Tips are appreciated, never expected. Cash App, $sign, capital CONNIEKR. PayPal me at ConnieKR68. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism and commenting.
Get ready, because Constant Sue has something to say, like it or not. Good way, early morning. A couple people said, go live for a short one. So I said, okay, I will. But I forgot I made this clip a long time ago. Let's watch it real quick. If I can remember how to do it here.
I'll send you stuff on a rope so you don't have to, bend down too much, Ernie. I'll send you soap on a rope so you don't have to, bend down too much, Ernie.
That was Tina, Predator Hunter Nation, March 25th of 2022.
I'll send you soap on a rope so you don't have to, bend down too much, Ernie.
I found that tonight. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, where's Night Owl and .com that wanted me to go live? What do we want to talk about? Ernie going to jail? Just a second. I got to check a message here. Be right with you. Oh, yes, I did. .com, if you're listening, I did figure out Discord. Let me see if I can get it on here too. Everybody wants to know if I think that I don't know who he was with. They said he was with somebody named Billy Helms. I think that's right, Billy Helms. But it depends on who you talk to. Debo and Tina are taking credit for it, and Markella and Nicolene are taking credit for it. What I think happened was a combination of both. I think Markella and Nicolena found him at that lady's house, and they called it in, like Nicolena said, and they weren't too interested until Florida got involved. Then when Florida got involved, because I guess Debo is a victim, I don't know what her charges are or anything, but then they took it more seriously and they went and found him. He was arrested at 7 o'clock at night. I thought it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was reading the seconds. Hey, Doohickey. But yeah, she's 69. We knew she was a sugar granny. So, yeah, Ernie stooped to new lows every day. And he just got his Walmart gift bag. The dumb. But yeah, what brought us all together was we were in Bandit's chat, and I don't want to get Renee's words wrong. She didn't say feel sorry for him, but she was feeling sorry for him, or the poor Ernie bullshit. And I said, no, from day one, Ernie Shell caused his own problems. If I didn't think it would take too long, let me see if I could show you after the racetrack. After the racetrack, that was when Ernie was very first on YouTube. Ernie Shell, Betty Keys. Let me see if I can find the clip of it. It's not very long. Let me share this with you so you can see what I'm looking at too. This is my Ernie Shell, Benny Keys playlist. I think she felt sorry for him, just like most people do. Hey, innocent proven guilty, Micro Waffles, Truth Toll, Sue, Doohickey, Fugitive Recovery Agent, Shelby Woo Woo. Hope.com comes over and chats with us. She just hit me up on Discord, and I do know how to do Discord now. Raindrop, I'll have to tell you the Discord story, though. It was a nightmare, but I figured it out, and I got it on my computer. Did you see the beautiful sunset in Melbourne? Oh, no, I didn't. She was a perfect lady for him. She wanted company, but no desire for sex. Yeah. But, then why'd they be all sexual creepy like that? That was gross. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Ernie Shell and there's the video. Ernie Shell interview with Ernie Shell from Predator Hunter Nation. Now let me see if
we have Mr. Ernie from Predator Patrol Nation.
Predator.
And it is
this was the first interview that Benny did with Ernie. Now Ernie could have went on there and been all legit, but let's see what Ernie does.
Damn fine thing. Welcome.
Hey, thank you guys, and it's Predator Hunter Nation. We do.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Predator Hunter
You're
Nation.
good. You're good.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
So,
Thank you.
tell me, Ernie, what exactly? Tell me what you've been doing tonight. I know what you've been doing, but tell them what you've been doing tonight.
Well, tonight I'm actually doing a training course. I do a lot of different things. Actually, I'm doing defensive tactics training course right now. I do a lot of weapons defense training. We do a lot of things. Like I was telling you earlier that.
Good morning, Jim. Good morning.
A lot of people don't understand what we stand for and who we are, and whether or not we're legit or not. People don't know that I'm the operations director for the Special Forces of Liberty Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Exploitation Prevention Act. Also, being the director of Operation Rock, which is Rescue Our Children.
So he starts off there saying people don't know if we're legit, and that was right. People didn't know if you were legit. Now he's all those things, right? And he could have been all them things, but let's see what Ernie does.
I work contracts with the former president administration, with the Trump administration, for combating human trafficking for the actual executive order. And you can check all that out, as we actually do legislation for all 50 states. We help make the laws for human trafficking.
That wasn't true.
www.humantraffickingpreventionact.com.
Nice. So I see that you're well versed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
The martial arts the professional boxing, and I just kind of like want to do a mixture of it and put it out there. With jiu-jitsu, I know enough to survive. I'll just say that, and that's.
I'm sorry to walk up on you, but are you that Predator Hunter guy?
Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am, I'm doing it.
So are you that?
To survive, I'll just say that, and that's it.
I'm sorry to walk up on you, but are you that Predator Hunter guy?
Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am, I'm doing it.
Oh, that's nice. That's awesome what
Oh,
you do for a kid. As a mother myself, I worry so much about the children. So I'm so thankful for what you do.
Oh, I appreciate that. And like I said before, we always do this for people who, we do it for the people. We do it for you, the people. And most of all, it's we, the people, will protect the children at all costs. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. No one take up your time. So it's good.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Ernie,
Okay, sorry.
you are a celebrity.
Oh, my God.
Did you recognize that voice? Hey.com. If you couldn't hear me before, that would be China's voice. So from day one, within 2 minutes, his first interview, they did the racetrack, and then he did Benny Keys Live. First day on YouTube, 2 minutes. Yes, so it was China. 2 minutes in, he's already LARPing and lying and interfering in a child's case. And he was on Benny Keys show to do it. And when Benny seen that, all bets were off. Now, Ernie could have taken his Predator Hunter Nation a legitimate way and not lied, not done that LARPing right there, not try to be something he wasn't, and just kept it with what, Tina says they wanted it to be. But no. Let me see whose clip this is so I can thank them. Oh, no, this is Benny's channel. Yeah, this was on Benny's. Let me get you the link. Here's what I was doing. This is on Benny's channel. I'm sure there's clips of it out there. But China says she gets tested every year. Yeah, he was going to the states to do the SOA Act, which had nothing to do with him. And everybody says it passed in all these states. I can't find where it passed. I can find something else for our children. I think it starts with an N. NOC. Not our children. Something like that. But I can't find the SOA Act. The SOA Act I find is, let me see, Special Organized Crimes. Let me Google it again. Serious Organized Crimes and Police Act. So when he says that, so raindrop. But yeah, but just to make it hit home, we're going to watch these 2 minutes again. All Ernie had to do to start his career off right was not been such a bozo at the racetrack. I can find it on the Special Forces of Liberty website, but I can't find it. It's got the states, but I can't, it's all Googled up. I can't tell who passed it and if anything had anything to do with it, But just so we're on the same page, 2 minutes into YouTube, he's already done the racetrack. His first 2 minutes on YouTube, he was lying and LARPing. Oh, pause just a minute.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you guys, and it's Predator.
Have a special guest tonight. We have Mr. Ernie from Predator Patrol Nation, and it's a damn fine thing. Welcome.
Hey, thank you guys, and it's Predator Hunter Nation. We do.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Predator Hunter.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
So,
Thank you.
tell me, Ernie, what exactly? Tell me what you've been doing tonight. I know what you've been doing, but tell them what you've been doing tonight.
Well, tonight I'm actually doing a training course. I do a lot of different things. Actually, I'm doing a defensive tactics training course right now. I do a lot of weapons defense training. We do a lot of things. Like I was telling you earlier that you know, a lot of people don't understand what we stand for and who we are, and you know whether or not we're legit or not. People don't know that I'm the operations director for the Special Forces of Liberty Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Exploitation Prevention Act. I also been the director of Operation Rock, which is Rescue Our Children. I was on. I work contracts with the former president administration, with Trump administration for combating human trafficking for the actual executive order. And you can check all that out. As we actually do legislation for all 50 states. We help make the laws for human trafficking, and that's www.humantraffickingpreventionact.com.
Nice. So I see that you're well versed in Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
I'm
I'm
yeah, well, I mean, the martial arts, I've done professional boxing, and you know, I just kind of like want to do a mixture of it and put it out there. With jiu-jitsu, I know enough to survive. I'll just say that, you know, and that's it.
I'm sorry to walk up on you, but are you that Predator Hunter guy?
Hold on a second. Oh yeah, yes ma'am. I'm doing it.
Oh, that's nice. That's awesome.
Oh,
For a kid. As a mother myself, you know, I worry so much about the children. So I'm so thankful for what you do.
Oh, I appreciate that. And like I said before, we always do this for people who, you know, we do it for the people, we do it for you, the people, and most of all, it's we the people. We'll protect the children at all costs. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I want to take up your time, so it's good.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Ernie,
Okay, sorry.
you are a celebrity.
Sorry about that. Oh my God, you won't believe it. I can actually literally. Here's I'll show you. I can put this hat on when we do these predators in this hat, and oh my God, it's like
this is a noise.
I mean, I go into Walmart. We go into Walmart, and it's just like bam, it's there. And people are like, "We thank you for taking that stand." And you know, we want more and more people to understand what we do. Here's a lot of things people don't understand, and I got you this right here. But a lot of people who do it, you know, and like with the Summer Wells case, we didn't just come into it. We asked to join way when it first happened, and we was turned away. And I never understood why we was turned away. But you know, so we just kept on doing our predator bust, and you know, working our investigations, what we do. And I just kept on pretty much working. And next thing you know, this team just asked us out of the blue, you know, hey, can you guys join us? Can you guys help us? Can you guys give us some input on what we're doing? And then, you know, I was like, yeah, anytime, anything we can do to help. And then, wow, now we're getting leads. I mean, people they're contacting us, and everything we do, of course, we forward it over to TBI and law enforcement.
Yes, I'm muted. Dookie, did Mr. Maven really go over that with the SOA Act? Because we all know that is, but I want to see she still has it up so I can go find it to put in my facts playlist. Because I can't find When I Google it, I only can find that website, and that website is confusing as hell. So I'll have to go look at it. But since this was a spontaneous live, we might just go over this video. Ernie's first. Thank you, Shelby, for being a new member. First live. He could have done an act right from go. But what did he do from go? He LARPed and lied. I bet she still does. I'll have to look.
And we just keep going to you know, we keep submitting tips to them, and you know, but good God. And then so finally I was like, well, people didn't know, you know that, you know, I used to hold 12, I had 12 different licenses, 12 different states for private investigation. So,
in all of my research, I cannot prove but one. He had a private investigator's license for maybe a year. Then he let it expire. And the next one said application incomplete in only one state. But he was always a smartass when I asked him what are the states. So, and again, just because you have a license doesn't mean you did it. Hey, Ange.
so I started looking into it and doing my own little deal with it. And of course, you're making that timeline out, and wow, well, we found out a lot. And then, and of course, as soon as you started doing things, we've got, how do I say this? I can give it, let the cat out of the bag. We've got means that others don't, with running tag plates and license plates and things like that. So, you know, and of course, everything we get, we submit over to the TBI and their agency. But we pretty much kind of conducted a little bit of an inside.
The side chat's fun to read. Dookie, I don't think he'll get any. I've always thought from the beginning, all he's got to do is show that video of him running up and down the highway, you know, all freaked out, and he's got a diagnosis of PTSD from a doctor. I think if he'd have showed up in court with that, he could have probably walked. Now, it depends on if they're the kind of people that'll just hold it against him, you know, because they're pissed off at him, you know, and might not. But, and even if he is found guilty, I think he'll just do probation. I don't think he'll go to prison, but I'm not that familiar with Kentucky, and I might be very wrong. But I think he might have more charges forthcoming. But nothing like that's proven either. It's just what I think.
Investigation, and it's led us to a lot. And hopefully it pans out. And, you know, our main focus and, you know, our main prayer is to bring Summer home alive.
Absolutely. Did you deal with a lot of the residents from that area?
Yeah, Wicked Little Honeybee, he knew right from wrong. I'm sure he knew right from wrong, but I think they'll look at intent, because that's part of the law. Did he intend to steal the vehicle? I don't think he ever intended to steal the vehicle. I think he just went cuckoo and didn't return it. That's why I think it's his. I don't think his intent was ever to steal it, and I'm not sure that they could prove intent, except for that he did lie and say he was held at gunpoint. You know, that might trip him up there, but it depends on if he wants to take a jury trial or I don't know. And .com, did you hear me say I did figure out Discord? I thought that all those names with the little dots were them by him, like say it said .com with 4, Doohickey was 6. I thought that was just Discord with 6 posts. Doohickeys with 12 posts. I did not know that all those were messages to me. Yeah, and he'll get charged with the skipping for sure, because there's no excuse for that. He could have, if he was in the hospital, he should have provided a note, and he didn't. So, I think he was tearing it apart looking for something, but he tore up the steering column looking for the tick, tick, tick. And I do believe the tick, tick, tick was probably the blinker. I don't know. But Tina had him worked up, tell him to get away from the van, get away from the van. But I don't know. This is just my guess. I know nothing about Kentucky law and what they would do. Just from what I've heard other people talk about getting probation, but yeah, his best bet would be to stay in there until he gets, hey, Smiley Miley, hey, Rand, till he gets all, together. He'll get his medicine there. He'll be in a medical ward. He's not going to be in general population. He doesn't have to worry about getting, he'll be like a camp, His biggest thing is he'll be hurting missing YouTube. He planned to live in it. He pulled out photos of the FBI van and said it was that. I've got a clip of the only one I could find of the early van, but I can't hear him say an FBI, but everybody told me that. But I have a video of him with a cot. This was before my YouTube time. So let me see. We're over here. Here's all my Ernie Shell YouTubes. Ernie Shell, Madison. We got to go clear down here to Madison County. Ernie Shell. Extortion. Ernie Shell. J. L. L. Madison.
No. Talk to a lot of people today. We'll show you seconds.
And this is the only video I found about the first of the van. But I know it's out there somewhere that he did say it was going to be an FBI van. I just can't find it. And I haven't been through all of Benny's clips yet. I need to go through all of Benny's. Oh, yeah, Rand could tell you more about prison than I could, or jail. She said he absolutely can be in general population, depending on the state. With HIV, oh my goodness. Yeah, I think he'll get more charges.com. I do believe. And I do believe that once he's in jail, people know he's in jail, more people might come forward. I don't know. But this is the earliest van clip that I can find.
Do you expect to see computers? You didn't, did you? We didn't expect to see. You didn't expect to be like this, did you? You see, I put a picture of what you expect the FBI to show or something. You expect the FBI for the computer system. Oh, I think I'll actually send somebody to say something about it. For the next 3.5 weeks, just while we waiting on this. What's the mail? Stay away. Ernie, this is what jail has secret. Match to these things. This here house is a hot for this. So, see? This is bed. This is my bed. Yeah, you're the only there. I guess you got to say this more time. This is the bed. That's how it works. Well, you got to lay on this thing. You got a bad back. You got to lay on this thing. It's nothing. You say it takes more to get out here and do this. There's a wrinkle. Stress. It does that. It's amazing. I can't be that. I can't be. You know, you guys help me by there. Y'all donate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me show you something. Let's see what we found out today.
Oh,
You know, stress. It does that. It's amazing. I can't be that. Y'all donate. Thank you. Appreciate it.
that's the earliest video I can find about the van. But in my playlist, oh dang it, don't do that. I have how many videos in here? 60 videos of the van before and after, coming out of jail, when he got the bond money, raised the bail money, the police report. What else? When he was coming out of court. There's a picture of Phil, if anybody doesn't know what Phil looks like. His mug shot. There's a whole bunch of creators in here, just a bunches of them. They covered it. Some are long, some are short. So if anybody ever wants to look at that, there's that. Hey, where's Wally? Why wouldn't he take his medicine? That's just dumb, Rand. But he probably won't. I don't know how much it would cost the county to pay for him. We knew a guy here in Kansas. Okay, let me look here. Let me go get it, Rand. Might take me a minute here. Okay. Aha, there you are. This is a link that Rand wanted to play. This is from The Bright Side of Life. Hop over and give him a like, a view, and a sub. Good night, Waffles. There's that, and now we'll play it. Let me move this comment.
I almost forgot how to do this. Now I want you all to know any minute during this live. Any minute during the live here, things could happen. I could go to jail. I could go to prison. To hear them say it, it's going to happen any minute. So I've been waiting. Literally, with my feet kicked back, relaxed, and just waiting. They've been saying I'm going to prison for 2 damn years. Come on now. I'm still here. John, my bro, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're well, my friend.
Yep, I'm just in Southwest Kansas, Dodge City.
John knows. Hey, John, you know about it, don't you? About me jumping over the logs with the police lights going over top of the head and everything. We had to get out of there, didn't we? John, crazy as hell, wasn't it? Had to get the hell out of Dodge. You know what the first mistake was? Police officers. They don't wear boots. John knows all about it, don't you, John? Yeah, we got the fuck out of there. We had to get out of there. Holy shit. I was sitting here waiting. John was coming. There was 4 carloads of police And they were like, get it, man. I was already in the woods. They brought those big ass lights out there, man. It lit up the whole damn sky. They was over top of the hill, and they wasn't going to go over to the thicket part. You don't go into the briars and the bushes and dust. Anyways, we were laying behind a dead ass tree, like it fell, and I was laying behind it. And I was on the phone talking to John, like John, give me about 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, brother. Police are everywhere. You know, holy shit, damn fugitive, Ernie, I swear to God. Damn that state, I'm telling you, John, man. John's like, what in the hell? There was 4 carloads of police everywhere. Holy shit. John got me out of there, my brother did. I always will love my brother. But damn, we had a hellacious long ride that night, didn't we, John? Right out of the blue. God damn. I tell you. Whew. You talk about content. Shit, I'd have broke a viral video if we had that shit on there, especially them damn police officers coming over top that damn hill. You hear them say, we love you, Ernie. You're part of it. What the hell want me to say something? Shit. I know better than that shit. Hell, you're getting. Your training is not up to par. Sorry. Now, some of you guys are all right, but you just don't understand. I was cracking the fuck up. Anyways, that was probably one of the fastest damn trips out of a place I had to ever be, I'm telling you. But, you know, it's all fun and good. It's all fun and good. And nobody got hurt. A good little chase every once in a while is good for your... It's good. It's good for your adrenaline. It's good for your adrenaline. It's good for your blood. It makes you who you are. So, that's what's fun about it. Oh, damn. Put that damn hat on everybody. He knows me in the world. Lord God. What am I supposed to do? Oh. Anyways, I appreciate the time today. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, honey. You are a beautiful woman. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You know, Lord, I just can't do it. I start on this stuff, and I'm like, oh, God, I really want to know. I'll be good. I'll be good. The crows are going to be out tonight. They're all over the bushes. There's about 75 in the bushes right now. You know what? I'm coming to get you now, Ernie. Come on, motherfucker. It's simple. It's fucking nothing between us but air, bro. I have nothing against you. I wish you the very best in life. There you go. Nothing do I have against you.
That was pretty fitting. Time tells all, folks. Time tells all. Let's go back here. Where's Wally said, you heard Tina's live, and she said that, no, it was Wicked Little Honeybee. 2 people said he threatened Trump's life, and he said he had an AR. And Tina said it's really, really bad stuff. They know it's coming down. They say he's never getting out. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what that is. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of fitting for the creep feeling I got about him, you know, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm almost positive there's more charges coming, you know, sooner or later. And if he's still locked up when they come, it would be the best bet. Because he just could play this running game again. Oh, what else? Oh, so he unmartyred Charlie. See, I was otherwise occupied, and I missed all that. Did Charlie quit, or did he fire him? Did Renee quit, or did he fire her? I haven't watched that yet. Tina said I'm on a list, so Wicked, I don't, oh. So I wouldn't even want to think that about Ernie, but it's got to be something. And, he is the weird shit that was in his mind, Dreamer G said his meds cost about $5,000 a month. County will pay for it. He may have gotten probation if he hadn't ran. Now I don't think there is hope for that. My ex-father-in-law is a prosecutor in Kentucky. That might be true. He might have screwed the pooch right there, If he'd have showed up, he'd have probably got probation. But since he ran, he might, they might not even put that on the table. Because what are the odds he'll probably just run from probation? Well, Luca, that's the $1 million question now. She says, and I don't know who is responsible for bringing him in. I say it was a combined effort by at least probably Nicolina, Markella, and Debo and Tina, but I don't know. But she said that she trolled him for an hour and a half, saying she knew where he was. He wasn't arrested till 7 that night. So why did she tell him she knew where he was and give him another heads up? And just because he wasn't arrested till 7 that night. Let me make sure I'm right. It was York. There it is. Information, and then I go here to inmate search. Let's share the screen. Okay, let's look here. Alicia City is trespassing. There it is, right here. He was booking date. He was booked at 7:02:27 p.m. So, considering how long do you think it took him to get from where he was at into the jail and into booking? 30 minutes, maybe? An hour? That seems fair to be an hour. He'll be out in the state. Kentucky is not going to expedite. KW, you're very wrong because people have called and it's already expedited. It is. Who made that call? White boy made the call. I don't know. Nicolina said that she found out who made that painting. She told Markella who made that painting. Then Markella found that lady and then found a Helms on that lady's friends list. And then they looked at the interior and all, skip traced all that. But, hey, Selena, that's how they said they put it together. But Nicolina herself said she trolled him in chat for an hour, saying that they knew where he was at, they were going to find him. So why would you not make sure he was in custody and then troll him? That just don't make sense to me. To me, it was another heads up, and she just got lucky that Debo and Florida was on his ass. According to Debo through Tina, now that's third-hand information, they were on the phone to Debo letting her know, I don't know, every so often that they tracked him to Georgia and he had already left Georgia, and they tracked him to that lady's house in South Carolina. Now, to me, I just don't know why you would ever tell somebody you know where they're at to troll them until you had them in handcuffs. But I'll be called a hater for that, though. Truth Troll said traders found out who made the painting and showed it on her live the night before. There you go. I'm hearing missed comments. People are saying Charlie paid $3,000 to the channel, but I don't see. No, if Charlie got a settlement and he probably just gave Ernie $3,000. That's what I'm going to say. Well, at least I know KW isn't Ernie because I always thought KW was Ernie. So unless he can get on YouTube from his jail cell, KW isn't Ernie. KW is just a major fan. What .com say? Charlie and Renee had a bit of an issue. Charlie was blocking a lot of people and arguing. Renee told Ernie she likes some trolls and they shouldn't be blocked. Ernie listened to that last live and realized Charlie had 300 blocked. But in the end, Charlie quit. Oh. Well, that's just like I was trying to say on bandits. The mods would block and Ernie would unblock. The mods would block. The sequence was 2. It's showing number 3 now. What does that mean, I wonder? Huh. Sequence 3. Oh, I don't know. Rand, might you know this right here? The sequence. Sequence 3. Fugitive from justice. Now, I'm sure White Boy won't care if I play his clip. Let me see if I can find it. Here's White Boy's clip. It's 5 minutes long. Here's the link. Go over and give him a view and a like and a sub up if you would real quick, please. I'll wait a minute and then we'll play it. Ernie had been at the same house for days. He was never in Georgia. I'll have to play Tina's to get the correct information. I think that's what she said anyway. Yeah, Kathy said, yes, he needed gone. That's one thing. Kate called him out at first with his BS. Nick told him so enough of the trolls would call, making the police more likely to go get him. But that's how he got away every time was, she told him and he ran. I mean, by the grace of God, he didn't do it this time. I don't know why she gave me. I wouldn't tell anybody until he was in jail. Rand said, now wrap your thoughts around his subs paid for transportation, food, housing, and his toy selection. Right. And that video cam that Lord knows what's on that video cam. Yeah, they won't. You have to, I think it's a constitutional right. You have to have a bail. I mean, I think even axe murders, it'll be high. It'll probably so high he can't afford it. But I think he has to have some kind of bail. But Rand doesn't know what the sequence is. Hey, not a drama, Nana. The subs sure did pay for everything, and I really pray they have learned their lesson when they finally realize this is real and he was conning them. Yes, Dreamer G, he went to jail. See there, right there? He is locked up in York County, South Carolina. Sure is. He was arrested at, oh no, he was booked in at 7:02 p.m. yesterday. Release date, fugitive from justice. Oh, that's what we were doing, was playing White Boy's video. Okay. This is White Boy Lockdown, and he called.
All right. All right.
Hold on, I got this all day. Where's the phone at? We're going to find out right now, guys. Hold on, let's find out what's going on right now.
You're still. Well,
We're going undercover. Where's the phone? Oh, here we go.
I don't know. It's not in my pocket, but you
Hold
can
on, guys. We're doing this right now.
around if you want to.
What's his middle name? Ernest what?
Mac.
Ernest Mac. Okay, here we go. And he's in South Carolina?
One of them. I don't know which one.
Ernest Mac. Custody. What's his date of birth? Location, report. So I'll do that one. What's his date of birth? Any idea?
It doesn't say this.
Go back. He's 44, so what's that? Give me the
33, so he's going to be 80, 79,
Yeah.
80.
Give me the what's the number?
1 second, I can't look. You have to look at 10 things at once. There's one.
So we'll go with that one. So 628. 3083. Let's see what's going on, Ernest. I'm gonna show him what it. Yeah. That's the back. What's the other one underneath?
We'll look at the comments as soon as it's over.
Hello? 38.
Keep trying. I don't think I heard you.
Okay, so 1, 8, 3, 628.
Yeah, 3083 or 599.
The fuck? Okay, get it one more time. 803 620. What was it?
6283083.
We got it.
Calling New York County Sheriff Office Detention Division. Your call is important to us. Please listen to all options. For making if you are the victim of a crime, press 0. For our mailing address and other vital information, press 1. For booking and releases, press 2. For the on-duty shift supervisor, press 3. For all inmate services, press 4. For the hearing magistrate, press 5. For the food service director, press 6. For
Can you booking number?
give me the number. This is what right? Hey, I'm calling for my cousin Ernest. Joe. I think he's been picked up. I'm not sure. He's always doing something, I tell you. And it's really, it's got my blood pressure sky high. Is he there? God damn it. I'm sorry now. I get so flustered. Can you tell me the bond amount? All right, I have okay. This might be a little bit of an embarrassing question, but how do I drop his HIV medication off? Does the facility provide that, or am I going to be able to? Can I just bring it there and drop it off? How's it go?
You can bring it here and drop it off.
All right, I appreciate that. And what? I know he has warrants because I got him out of trouble last time, and I told him, we're just. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. What did you pick up this time for? If you don't mind telling me.
He's here for fugitive out of Kentucky.
So he just got. So they just picked him up on the warrant. No added charges.
No, it's not.
Can you get me kicking his rear for me? This is his cousin, his family, and he's been doing this to us for years, man. And I just, it's out of control. I appreciate it. I'm maybe good scolding, if you will.
Sorry?
Maybe good scolding. Oh, you have a good one.
Scolded?
If you give him a good scolding for us. He's picked up this for warrants, y'all. No added charges. So, we got the medication office.
On you. She's like a skull.
She couldn't hear me. It didn't-
Now, they might not have been happy about the way white boy did that. But does anybody remember what Ernie did to Rap when he was calling, pretending to be the relative and all that other stupid shit? Let me go back to the comments. I don't know why Tina said that, unless she knows something we don't know. Michelle, today I heard everybody say they were responsible for it, and they wanted to make sure. They kept saying, and Angela's taking credit for it. Angela's taking credit for it. Not once have I heard Angela take credit for it. Not once. It's just weird they do that. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that, unless Tina knows something we don't know. And Raindrop, I can feel you on that one. You just never know with Ernie. Yeah, Markella figured out that the lady on the painting had the friend on the list. I just don't know why they would troll him. Why would you troll him and saying you know where he's at for an hour before he was picked up? Give him a chance to run. That just doesn't make sense. And that's what Nicolene has always done. She's always called and said that they were coming. To me, if it was me, I would have said shit until they had him locked up. Then I would have said something. Why would you give him the chance to run? You know, maybe they got lucky this time that he had nowhere to run. He couldn't run, or he just thought they were bullshitting. You know, I don't know. I don't think he took it seriously. The reason I think that he really will be expedited is this little thing here. Madison County to Rock Hill, where he was at, is only 5 hours. 379 miles. I think they'll drive 5 hours to get him. Good morning, Mamacita. If it had been 24 hours, 18 hours, they probably still would have, because considering the pain in the ass that he's been and the shit he keeps doing. But Rand said, we don't know until a judge and jury decides. I'm glad he's off the streets and will at least get clean and on proper meds. Right. Now he'll gain some weight the right way. You know, he can even do what Shelby does in jail and get the anaconda arms the right way, But I think if he waives his right to a expedite, I think he can go right away. But I think he can fight it. And if he fights it, that's, however long it takes him to go to court and, get it done. Ernie's goofy ass will probably fight it, thinking it's the best thing to do, but it just delays the inevitable. I guess you got it at extradition. Thank you, Michelle. Couldn't get my word out. Guess you just got to weigh which is the better jail to be in, York County, South Carolina, or Madison County, Kentucky. But I don't know what either one of them are like. Kind of did, Luca. It kind of did. And I'll be a hater for saying that, but to me, what Tina and Debo, and I know sometimes they're out there what they're thinking, but what they said made more sense than Nicolina saying she trolled him for an hour and a half and then he was arrested. Oh, okay. .com said she just called him. The sequence number don't really mean anything. He's still currently there. Yeah. Except for Ernie's so picky. Tina said before she had to, go, here, it's time to drink your water like a little baby. Wicked little honeybee, he can't stop talking. he's flopping them drums. He's probably going to get, knocked out the first night. No more biscuits and gravy. I don't think they do have them in jail. They might. Hey, Granny Grinch. We're just doing a short live. That's what Tina alluded to. She said that it took an actual person behind the crime. Like, we can call in and say he did this and he did this and he did this and he did this, but it took an actual person behind the crime to stand up and say he did this. And then it probably helps that he LARPed in that missing child's case in Debo's County. So they were probably pissed off about that anyway. Knew what a bozo he was. Then found out he was HIV positive. Then found out, he was all the shit with the TBI and the FBI and DHS. And they probably just had enough of him, He's a menace to society. But that's just my opinion. Nowhere am I saying this is a fact. She didn't say, Luca. She said she couldn't talk about it. KW said, every big YouTuber that has been arrested 2 or 3 times only makes their YouTube following larger. Well, guess we can't help that. No. there's a fool born every minute. And I'm sure, you know, you want to watch a train wreck, you know. That's true. That's probably true. But Ernie said it himself, if it wasn't, he would have been so much bigger if it wasn't for people interfering on YouTube. So I take that as a compliment. Yeah, Markella, she, you know, he messed with her head. And she was a supporter of his. You know, she used to give me shit. Oh, Connie, you're just a hater. But, you know, and it does, like Nicolina said tonight, you could get hyper focused on it. But hyper focused isn't always a bad thing. I hope Mama T will probably go live tomorrow. Debo did say he had a highway run in Florida, and it lasted like, I don't know what you say. I don't want to say, but it lasted quite a long time until Tina could get her kids, I guess, to talk to Ernie. Because Markella finally seen through him, Michelle, and she left the Tigers, and he kept telling her, "Oh, you're a fake profile. You're not really that pretty. You're probably an old lady or something like that." And she's like, "No, this is really what I look like." And he's like, "I looked you up, and you're this and this, and you don't look nothing about your, you know." He lied about like he always does, fake, doxing her when it wasn't true, and then just said horrible things about her. And then she had told Mama T about some trauma she had in her childhood, and Mama T told Ernie, and Ernie blurted it out and used it against her to irritate her and torment her. That's why she, was so hell-bent on fighting him, because he hurt her really bad. And Renee can say, "I don't get that invested. It's just YouTube." No, it's not just YouTube. When I go to I need to make a list, because there's a list of victims pretty long. Now, I'm one that thinks that I don't really think Ernie does drugs. I don't think he does. I could be wrong, but I don't think he does. If he does, then I'm an idiot and he's fooled me. Yeah, Rand said anyone that told the truth, he was horrible too. Hey, Farlap. And the worst thing he did was he would go to these ladies' houses that would help him, and he would be sure to get some dirt on them, like compromising pictures, or like he did with Debo, a video, and then he would say, "If you tell my truth, then I'm going to say this about you." Or if there was no dirt, then he would lie about you. So most people just shut up, would just be glad he's gone and go on with their life. I think more might come forward now that he's locked up. We might know the truth about what really happened. It was upsetting to hear Markella last night. I had no idea that she'd been put through this. Yep. .com says, "I think he's dabbling in a few, but not on the regular." Yeah, that's kind of what I think too. Might have, did it when it was sexy time with Phil. I don't know. But I probably have never said it before, but I'm inclined to believe the story about the mask and the syringe. I just, that could make, little droplets of blood on the mask, squirt. But I don't know why you would carry it around with you, Philip said, "Can you imagine the crap that cops are going to endure when they question him?" Oh, Lord, yes. Have you seen him in court? Jimbo said that when him and Ernie went in to give their statements, which they both heard the same thing, they both knew the same story, Jimbo was in and out in 30 minutes, and it took Ernie hours. So, oh, he said he's not. He said he's not scared of witches anymore. He got over that. Southern girl went up there with a witch laugh. Last I remember. But yeah, he's gonna be telling these grand stories of how he rescues children and he's done this and that and the other. And from the movies I've watched or the crime shows I've watched, people don't like people that yap a lot in jail. They want you to shut up and do your time and sit over there. But Debo and Tina might be having a big blockbuster come out, and we might be all surprised. There might be hella charges that crazy. From Tina's Live Tonight, they made it sound like there was some way crazy shit coming out. He probably could. Wally, he probably could. There's a clip somewhere of him saying how to pass a lie detector test. I forgot how he said to do it, but he was talking about the wells. Hey, Richard. But I don't know. Her live was pretty, and I was on her side. I was agreeing with everything she said, and boy, she chewed my ass and said she hated me. No, she didn't say she hated me. Maybe she did say she hated me. Well, she doesn't like me very much anyway. She said I'm on the list to be investigated. So, I don't know why. Yeah, Tina said he's never going to see the light of day again. Mama just said, now he's behind bars. I wonder how many women are going to come forward and press charges against him in their local state. I think we will be. So I think some will. I don't know a bunch, but I think some will, because what he did was extortion. And what he did to Deb was extortion, kind of like a blackmail, and that might be the charge she had on him. Just a second. And I know when MAGA was going to come forward, he's like, kind of threatening MAGA. And he showed that one video when she was throwing him out of the house that night. And, I bet he's got tons of videos of MAGA. And he was like, you better not say anything, or I'm going to show these videos. Debo was, brave too to come forward, post that medicine. Is county jail a rough place? I went in, let's see, I got booked in and out, right out, I think twice. And then once for the disturbing the peace. It was disturbing the peace. I had to do a weekend. So I went on a Friday night and got out that Sunday morning. And the jail was just built, so it was real nice and clean. And there was 5 girls in a little pod thing. And they left the door open so you could watch TV, lay on your bunk and watch TV. And on Saturday they gave us Kool-Aid and popcorn. Right, Lucas. Tina alluded to a lot of stuff but didn't say anything yet. Yes, she said that I was on the list. I gave her my full legal name and where I lived. I said anybody can investigate me all they want to anytime. Who knows? Hey, Fizz. How are you this morning? Oh, Steffi Ann said she used to live in Rock Hill. You know how the jail is there? I guess it would be the county jail, not the city jail. Yep, a lot of people didn't for fear of doxing. And they doxed anyway. Well, Kaylin, thank you very much for the $50 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really is a way to pass the time. Yep. I wonder what Wyndham Wibbs thinks about all this. It really is just I figure if I want to be on YouTube and sitting here doing, I might as well do something. Hey, Purple. I went back to try to find that video that you asked me about, and it's so far back I can't remember. It was, I know, 2022. Like, I was still covering Andrew, I think. So it's been a minute. But if I'm going to be here, I might as well do something. And then when I found out that it was easy to screen record using A to Z screen recorder, and then it was easy to make clips using the InShot video editor, I was like, well, hell, I can do this. So I started doing it. And Heels in the Air, Mystery Maven, who we talked about tonight. Dang, I know I should never start naming names because I'll forget them, but they were out there and they were credible. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I might as well be credible, do it the best I can. Yeah, Mystery Maven had the SOCA debunked videos. Thank you, Caitlin. Have a good day at work. Let me think. Hey, Tattoos. I have a SOCA Act playlist. You know me and my playlists. But I don't know if it has... Ernie Shell, MGLMN, LLLMMM, MOP. There it is, SOCA Act.
Yes. My name is Ernie Shell. Former operation.
This one might be a good one to watch for debunking it. This is from Truth Be Told. It was on June 8th, 2022. Ernie Shell lying, taking credit for the SOCA Act. Y'all could go over here and give her a like and a view. Morning, AC. And I don't know what this is about, but I just stuck it in a playlist.
Okay, guys, this is where I left off yesterday, and I think this one is very, very important.
Hey, just Lilu.
Okay, because Ernie took over this true trafficking victims SOCA Act.
That was Tiffany Marlar.
Yeah. Do you see this lady right here? This is Tiffany Marlar. This is the lady that endured what the SOCA Act is all about. She was human trafficked.
Hey,
and
Elsie
was
Randall.
the de facto lawyer that was pushing her bill. And Scumbucket was just there sucking old Chris off. This is the lady whose bill it was, and he could not even say her name.
Of course, he had to prop himself up there like he was doing big things. But it's just a show pony, as we all know. He leeches on to certain big things, and then he takes a credit for everything when he was just there, like a bump on a log.
Our Children Act 2022 legislation on that. So he couldn't even give her enough respect. You see right here. Tiffany Marler, the SOA Act. Tiffany Marler, no more tears. Tiffany Marler.
Nowhere does it say Ernie shall.
Now listen to this clown. Look, former sex trafficking victim. Now listen to this piece of shit.
Ours is called the Save Our Children Act. SOCA. Hers wasn't.
Wendy Payne wasn't even following him at the time.
Okay, so I guess Marley or whatever there.
Marley, did you hear that? Did you hear that? She is a human trafficking survivor, and he can't even say her fucking name properly.
What a piece of shit. Can you believe that? He is. I have no words for this fraud, this imposter.
As you see, I keep rewinding it, playing it at different speeds, hoping somebody could catch on to it.
Okay, so I guess Marley or whatever there.
Marley or whatever there. Former sex trafficking victim leads effort. Y'all read it.
Ours is called the Save Our Children Act. SOCA. Hers wasn't.
Hers wasn't called Save Our Children Act. His was.
Yeah. Ours is called the Save Our Children Act. SOCA. Hers wasn't.
As y'all seen, Tiffany Marler is Save Our Children Act.
Yeah.
Right, Ken Suchi, they fucked it all up.
Ours is called the Save Our Children Act. SOCA. Hers wasn't.
What a freaking creep. Ooh. It just makes my skin crawl.
Save Our Children Act, Tiffany Marler.
He can take that lightning tiger and shove it up his you-know-what. It's insane that this guy leeches on to everything that's good.
Here's how it works. He would get in. I'm gonna tell you right now, for people who don't know Spear, he is one hell just lawyer. He gets in and he literally gets in.
But not. You say you're friends with these investigators. Have one of them interfere for you and tell you what hell a lawyer is. He's never ever won a case. So the definition of LH's lawyer is just absolutely incorrect.
You know, he has one case because he gets settlements from it monthly.
No, he hasn't won anything, dude.
I promise you. No, he has. He has.
I promise you, he's telling you that.
I'll check it out.
This is from Doublemint Twins.
I'll check it out. But I see what he does, and I see the good that he does. But it is, there are a lot of things that's scary with it. There's a lot of things that's scary with it. When we're around Capitol Police, when we're around the Capitol Police and Capitol Police, everything. Well, I've got executive protection, training. I know exactly how to move my way around those guys trying to do. I will say that. That's what I can say.
What he's trying to do is already been done. He's just going to add his name to it. Like, he's admitted that he's got a problem with porn, and he's addicted to it. He's trying to blame everybody in the world for it. That's the problem in the world. Everybody points fingers at man and says,
well, what I can say on that part of everything, yeah, I mean, he openly admits that he does. He does.
Yeah. But is it Apple's fault that he's addicted to porn? No, but he tried to sue Apple. He lost. I think he tried to sue Google.
They dropped the case. They dropped the case at the end. That's what it was. I got the files on that. I've seen that. They dropped it. But yeah, I love it. But
you research, man. You got some downtime coming, so you're going to sit back and so just grab one of these online devices and do your research. Look up Chris Beard. Look into him other than the whatever act that I can't remember.
He's had outlandish lawsuits for a group called Special Forces of Liberty. He filed a lawsuit to make a he sent a cease and desist letter to Seaver demanding, I can't read that fast. The only thing more bizarre than the Human Trafficking Prevention Act itself might be the man behind it. Chris Seaver, 40, who sometimes goes by Mark Seaver in court, and Chris Seaver in communications. He once famously tried to legally marry his computer to protest same-sex marriage and was charged with stalking both country star John Rich and a 17-year-old girl. In an interview with the Daily Beast, he readily acknowledged each case in his personal history and sometimes jokingly referred to himself as the mentally ill stalker who wants to marry his computer. The Daily Beast has also learned that Seaver has a warrant out for his arrest in Tennessee for failure to appear in a criminal contempt proceedings. Seaver had failed to pay child support and violated a restraining order. Stemming from his 2011 arrest and conviction for assaulting his father-in-law during a fight over visitation rights of his 7-year-old son. His baby was also injured in the altercation and taken to the ER. Seaver claims that the Human Trafficking Prevention Act was hatched in part due to the horrors he saw as a volunteer in Asian countries where the physical fighting, human trafficking, is the video cracking? He was physically fighting human trafficking as a rescue worker in an organization called Orphan Secure. He said the organization is based out of Texas near the border and does extractions of child sex slaves in Malaysia and Cambodia. They're actually physically rescuing people. It's not as rogue sounding as I'm making it out to be. Every scenario was different. We were working with the governments of their countries, he said. In these places, you can engage in the rights of self-defense. You have a transferred right of self-defense. But that's about Chris. The president of Orphan Secure, Ronald Lopez, told the Daily Beast that Seaver never went on any missions without the organization. No, Seaver never went on any mission with the organization. So that's where Ernie learned his LARPing. If it lasted more than a month, I would be surprised. He never did any work with us. When asked about Lopez's denials, Seaver told a reporter that Orphan Secure was only one of a number of groups with whom he had worked to rescue human trafficking victims, but declined to provide any further contact with who might verify these claims. See, that's where Ernie learned it. Right here. He is not licensed to practice law anywhere. In 2011, when the court temporarily inactivated his license based on a mental disability. So there's about the SOA Act. And Renee was just, bragging all about that SOA Act tonight. That was Ernie's training. She said, well, lo and behold, time tells all. People tell on themselves. We found out that's true. Now let me go back to the comments. The sound is crackly. Is the sound still crackly? Here. Let me... see if that's better. Is that better? Is that any better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I did my echo cancellation thingy. When you talk, it's great. No crackling. Okay. Well, there we go. Well, how's that for a quick live tonight? I don't know. Anybody else got a request for any clips or questions or videos or anything? Maybe I have too many tabs open. I think that might make a difference. That might make a difference. Yeah, that's true. She'll just have to see. I just wish she'd quit. She can do all that, but she could just quit calling me a liar and, that I'm the reason. Poor Ernie. Am I happy now? I'll be happy when I see conviction. I'm happy that he's not out there hurting anybody right now. Check Discord. Okay. I don't know that that I felt any joy about seeing anybody go to jail, even if it is Ernie. Let me see. See how easy this is? And I had such a hard time figuring it out. Here's another one, .com. Let's just play. This is from The Bright Side of Life. Again, here's the link. Bounce over and give them a like and a view. Sub up. Yeah, Mama said there's one other I could think to go to jail. That might make me happy. No. His barcode bangs will grow back. You sure got them cut off real quick, though. That's exactly what I was thinking, Fizz. Okay, here's the video that .com wanted me to play.
Wow. Lord God, man. When it rains, it pours, people. Now I gotta wait for the truck.
Amen, brother.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
Great. Thank you. Damn, I got messages coming in right now. But it's crazy. They literally threw my belongings in the trash. Like,
Right through the
are you kidding?
very heart of it, New York.
Sarah proved that
Oh
alive.
my God. They threw my stuff in the trash.
In a city that doesn't sleep.
Now I gotta wait on it. Wow.
Fine, I'm king of the hill.
Exactly. Wow.
Top of the heap.
Oh my God.
These little town blues
I'm so confused, man.
are melting away.
I am so confused.
I'll make a brand new start of it.
Hello, everyone. I'm just saying, they threw my stuff in the trash.
If I can,
I came back from trying to eat. I came back and I asked the safety guys where my stuff was at, and they threw it in the trash. Now I gotta wait for the truck to come back a few streets over here, and I guess I'm gonna wait on my stuff, and I guess we'll see what happens. I'll go live here in a few. I hope I get everything back. Oh damn, I'm gonna be out of. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you all.
You heard it, right?
Yeah.
That was from Bright Side of Life. But yeah, Bridget, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Nicolina and Markella found him by way of a painting, the person that did the painting, a lady on her friends list, then found out where he was and called the cops. And they said they trolled him for an hour and a half. He was arrested at 7 o'clock. No, he's booked in at 7 o'clock at night. So, maybe anywhere from 6 to 7, 6:45. He was, I don't know how big their town is, how long it takes him to get booked in. But then Tina went live and she said that Debo had filed or pressed charges against Ernie, and Northport was looking for him for many reasons. And Northport, and I think, don't quote me, but I think she said that Northport and the FBI tracked him to South Carolina. What I think may have happened was Nicolina and Markella found him at that place. They weren't too interested about getting him until Northport got involved. And then they're like, okay, now we want to get involved. That's just my opinion. I don't know how it went down. It'll all come out, they'll get the body cam, and I'm sure somebody will FOIA it. But I see a little smirk in his mugshot. He's like, fuck. Hey, Peachy, yeah. We were talking at Bandits, and everyone was like, go live. So I was only going to go live for a little bit, and it's been an hour and 30 minutes. I need to go to bed so I could get up for when everybody goes live today, and I don't miss it. Yep. And it is extraditable. Let me see if I can find it again here. Inmate search. Let me make it bigger here. There it is. These are all his buddies. I mean, people in jail with him here. I was wondering if this guy here was arrested with him because the charge was, it's gone now, but it said, oh, here it is. Accessory after the fact to a felon. I was like, but Ernie's not a felon yet, so. But here's Ernie's picture right here. 8:26 at 7:02 p.m. Fugitive from justice. No bond. In jail. So they're in here, just in case anybody wants to check my work. It's not photoshopped. Here's the link. But I mean, would HIV be good trade for a honey bun? That's not good math, in my opinion. So, has anybody else got any requests, any questions, any links, anything I can help you with? Hey, Kathy. He does seem like he's smirking a little bit, kind of being a dick there. Let's see if I can get closer here. Zoom in. There he is. Oh, Ernie. And there is, what are you going to do now for content? What are you going to do now for content? Just like when they said they don't want the Summer Wells case solved because they wouldn't have content. I said, can you imagine how much content would be if they found Summer? It would start all over for content. So this is just like chapter 2. Now he's arrested. Now we'll cover this. I'm sure there'll be some people in there contacting these cellies, getting interviews and shit like that. I don't think I'll be doing that. But I'll be sure to cover the court stuff and probably still keep going over his old stuff just to remind everybody what a sicko he is. Yep. And Peach, I don't know if you heard everybody tonight, but everybody was putting Angelo down, saying Angelo took credit. Angelo took credit. I have not heard Angelo say one word about it. Not one word. They're just, just being ugly for no reason. I had a friend that was in a women's prison, and she told me what they made out of a glove once, and I was like, oh my God. She was a weirdo. Hey, Sandy. Well, Sandy, I just said it depends on who you ask. Nick and Markella. Nick found out whose name was on the painting. Markella took that name and found a Helms on her friends list. They took that lady's name and where she lived and got the address, and Skip traced her house to Ernie's live. And Nicolina said she trolled Nick said she trolled Ernie for an hour and a half before he was arrested. I don't know why you would do that, but then Tina and Debo went live and said that Debo had charges filed against Ernie, plus Northport wanted to talk to him about meddling in that missing child's case, so they were the ones that tracked him down. What I think happened was a little bit of both, but I don't know. And Jimbo, I guess, said that Nicolina and Markella would get the reward. But Tina didn't want the reward. She said, if anything, it should go to Debo. And I don't know if Debo said to give it to some bailmans or something. I don't know. But if anybody did put money up for Ernie's bail last time, I think Tina should go to the court, because if I remember right, we were thinking that money was like gone. And when somebody checked into it, they said, no, if he ever shows up for court and follows through, the money would still be released. So I don't know if that's off the table since it's been so long, but I would check into it. Oh, they probably will try to crowdfund me. He's had so many lawyers up. Yeah, lawyer up 2022, and then lawyer up after that. Lori said she gave $1,000 to his bail and $500 to his lawyer. And probably more than that. I don't know. So, right. No, he blew all that. Yeah, exactly, Brianna. That's what everybody said. It's a team effort. We've only heard one camp, bitching about. And then I guess White Boy went on. White Boy didn't give Nick credit, and she was whining, White Boy didn't give me credit. So he went on Jimbo's and he said, Are you fucking serious? Shut up, you weirdo. Something like that. Yeah, I think it took everybody just, being at the right place at the right time. But again, why would you troll him for an hour and a half before he was arrested? That just don't make sense. But either way, he's in jail. And that Ridge is right. Or he's locked up, and that's what matters. Now, see if what Madison County has to say. Jimbo said he's going to go file a bunch of charges on him now that he's in custody. But I don't, well, Kentucky doesn't have bail money. You got to, if your bond is $2,000, you got to have $2,000. Hey, Nina, thank you for being a member for 15 months. So he won't get that, but I can see him, crowdfunding for a lawyer. But then again, maybe not. I mean, I think all his big money donors have tightened the pocketbooks. Oh, I think a lot of people did, Fizz. I just hyper-focused it a bit. Who else? She said on Jumbo's that that her and Markella trolled him for an hour and a half. Nothing like kicking a man when he's down. Really not cool. Oh, forgive us. Violence in the chat for poor Ernie. He's where he's at from his own doings. He's down from his own doings. It's not like the poor thing's sitting in jail for no reason and we're just being meanies. It was a team effort. Amen. Right. Were you threatened? Were you, extorted? Blackmailed? Yes, forgive us for wanting a violent, dangerous man off the streets who has a warrant. Poor Ernie. Poor Ernie. His life would be fine if it just wasn't for the Troes. The Troes and the Moes. When he would call him Mole and Mo. Oh, did you see the one clip I made with my new computer? I still don't know how to use the clip, whatever it's called. Clipchamp, maybe? Let me see. Clipchamp, yeah, it's not as easy as A to Z video recorder. I mean, that just made it really easy. But this is the first clip with my new computer. Oh.
20 minutes to convert.
Go back there. It takes that off. Okay, my first clip with my new computer set up.
Minutes to converse with each other, but we have arguments.
You said converse. Thank God. You said it right.
I did say it right. Converse.
Okay. Good job.
I'm doing good.
Yes. You have, yes. Nobody ever gets.
Yes, I'm doing Rosetta Stone. I know. Anyways.
And then, before we go, the clip I made in 2022 that's fitting now.
I'll send you soap on a rope so you don't have to, bend down too much, Ernie. I'll send you soap on a rope so you don't have to, bend down too much, Ernie.
That was in.
I'll send you soap on a rope so you don't have to, bend down too much, Ernie.
Where's the date?
It was in 2022 anyway. So I thought that was funny. Okay. Anything else? I know. I don't know what she was talking about, but I just happened to clip that. I know, Sandy. I heard that. I was like banging my head on the wall, like, no, we had someone pretending to. She hates me, so I wasn't going to try to, just no. He did not. He did not. He doesn't know Trump good enough to call him and ask for his friend's number. What sense does that make? That's right, Dookie. That was before we knew what we knew. So yeah, now he wants to drop the soap. Oh, oops. Who was it? Or was it Urkel that said, "Did I do that?" Thank you, fugitive shell hunter. Hope your day gets better, your bunk sleeps better, and your breakfast and dinner or lunch is better. Yeah. Right, Fizz. I know. Who was it that said he was 30 minutes from them? They said you're glad he was caught since he was 30 minutes from you. If you have Windows 11, you can make video clips with snipping tool. I got the snipping tool and I figured out how to snip, but I'll have to look into that. I'm telling you, A to Z video recorder. No, A to Z. Yeah, record. No, that's the recorder. InShot video editor is the one I used on my phone. On my Android phone. Oh, it's 12 on mom instead. It was 30 minutes from her. InShot video editor on my Android phone was so easy. And Clipchamp's just hard. Morning Traders. She said, I already looked it up. He has to add us to his visitors list. Oh, well. Used to be like there was JPay. I don't know if they have the JPay, but you could schedule a visit and you could just do it right from your phone and he would accept the ones he wanted. But Tina said Sunday's arrest was coming within 2 days. She knew SS and FBI were tracking his phone. Yep. Me and Sarah might go over that live this morning. I don't know. But I'm not sure. $1. You know how when you're a waitress, if you want someone to know that you got bad service, you're supposed to leave them a penny, because if you don't leave anything, then people go, "Oh, they must have forgot." But if you leave a penny, that's like, "No, bitch, I remember. You suck." So, like, put a penny on his book. And then yeah, we remember. Yeah, they just might too. And I think you could foil him. I'm not sure. That's right. And that's why I said they would keep him separated. And Rand's like, not always. Yeah, I get it, Rebel. I'm a little slow, though. You're never going to get your pendant. Nope, you're not. No t-shirts. .com said maybe that reward money should go to Kentucky for traveling expenses to get Ernie. Right. It's, what did I say, 5 hours to go from there to there? It depends on who you ask, Rebel. If you ask the die-hard Tigers, yes, they did. If you ask people that don't give a shit, they said no, they didn't. But Mama T said at one point she did, and then she said she didn't. She says Ernie still owes her $50 of the $200 she spent on t-shirts. Could you imagine spending $200 on t-shirts? If I really liked you, I'd be hard-pressed to spend $20. I watched a thing about t-shirts because everybody makes t-shirts for everything. Family reunions, funerals. Everybody makes t-shirts, and then you only wear them so often, and they end up in the landfill. I'm not sure, Kathy. It was all through Jimbo's crowd. He just said a person, and this person put it up, so I don't really know who it was, if they even said it. Yeah, they could for $2. They could have all been in solidarity with the $2 Temu. Just get one of those. Heck, Ernie could have got one for $2 and put his signature on it and sold it for $3. He'd have made $10. Chihuahua Mom, Nicolina called in and told him, and White Boy called in and told him. Oh, do they? Huh. I guess I didn't. But this is a long time ago when I had to go in for a weekend. They didn't check my blood. I don't think they did. They might have. That would have been like 2003 maybe, or 99. 99, 2003, something like that. Yeah, now the DNA they might check. Right? Yeah, that might be coming. Morning, Buttercup baby. I'm waiting for Brad to wake up to the news. I didn't know what time he got up. I'll probably be sleeping then. I woke up and who was live? Bandit. I fell asleep watching Tyrant Bird, and when I woke up, Bandit was on. And Renee was up there with the woe was me for Ernie. And I couldn't stand that. I had to grab a link. Yeah, I wonder how much money she's out with those moles and everything. Probably. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah. Yeah, Brad was out like within 8 hours. Yeah. You're right. Let the misinformation flow. According to Tina now, if you watch Tina's live, she said from what she knows, Ernie will never see the light of day again. So that's got to be some pretty serious shit. Rand said, I'm going to say this. They will keep him in seg until those meds kick in. Then they will follow him closely, but he will absolutely be permitted general population. Yikes. Yeah. I was watching Tina's when Katie went live. I figured I could. Sometimes Tina leads her, so I was watching Tina's, come back to watch Katie's, and then Jimbo was live the same time Tyrant Bird was, and I figured I'd rather listen to Bird than Jimbo. So I was watching Bird and fell asleep, and I woke up and said, "Oh, I'll go back and finish Jimbo's," and then I seen Bandit was on, and I'm like, "Nah, I'll go watch Bandit," and that's when I got stuck. And after Bandit ended, Night Owl and somebody else said, "Go live for a while," so I did. I don't know. Surely they have a ward, but I don't know. I don't know how Kentucky does their things. I don't know. Right? And it's like, I don't know what he was so scared of going into jail. Most men, the thing they fear is being raped, because, it's not pleasant. Well, he's got had that stretcher for a long time. He should be good to go. He should be, right, like in like a seventh heaven, where better to be. He's all geared up. And, we laugh about that. And even if it is Ernie, it's still most times rape. So we really, every time I laugh about that, I'm like, do you see, Connie, do you understand you're laughing about male rape? That's not funny. But can you drop that live of Bandit so I can watch it when you're done? Yeah, let me go. He wasn't simping for Ernie, but poor Renee was. Let me see. Here it is. The final chapter. See, he says the final chapter, and I'm saying we're just getting started. Here's Bandit's live. If I get to sleep and can sleep, till Sarah gets up. Then we might go over Tina's live, but well, they didn't supply my girlfriend that went in, but she made do with the glove. She was a weirdo. I think he fears his brother, maybe, or he fears his DNA. But I think he really fears his brother's retaliation, because Shelby can have a long reach. They can be in different prisons, and Shelby can still get the job done. Drones were dropping them over in our jails for a while until they figured it out. But that should tell you right there, they can't win the war on drugs if you can't keep them out of prisons. How do you, with a controlled environment, never keep them off the street? Morning Rumor has it. But we even had one dummy that like he would drive down by the prison wall and he'd throw him over the thing. He must have got away with it one time because he tried it and didn't get away with it, but he got caught throwing cell phones over. Maybe that was here, or if it was the prison in Oklahoma. It was either here or in Oklahoma, the two. Yeah. And Shelby's been in there a while. He's got, I don't know what you call it, seniority or what you call it, but he could get things done. I wouldn't want to, that'd be, if I was Ernie, that's what I'd be fearing the most, is what my brother could do. But they might know that, and then they might put him in protective custody. I don't know. I think they have a duty somewhat to keep him safe. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If Debo has that on video, or they can prove it, depends on who you ask, Rebel Soul. Some say Ernie's crazier than Shelby. But Shelby is in for conspiracy to commit murder. Or murder. Murny. But that was before you went into jail, fugitive Ernie. Yeah. And, I know here the guards weren't paid that much, and so they didn't really give a shit. That's what everybody was saying, Sandy, that it is Ernie, and who knows, something, don't count our chickens before they're hatched. Believe it when you see it. But where was we at when we found, like you always say, where were we at when the space shuttle blew up? Where was we at when we found out that Ernie was in jail? What were we watching? I can't even remember now because I'm tired. Was it Tyrant Bird show? I can't remember. It just happened. Someone remind me where the hell we were when we heard Ernie went to jail. Oh, it was in Tina's. Yeah, I was watching Tina's. Because Tina said she was sure Ernie got arrested, but she couldn't say for sure. And then everybody said, yeah, it was in Innocent Proven Guilty was at White Boys. I was at Tina's. I didn't get to finish Tina's either. Maybe that's where I fell asleep. I think I did fall asleep because she got all pissy with me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to irritate her chat. Oh, that's what happened. So then I went over to Tyrant Birds, and that's when I fell asleep. Yeah. Was Traders covering it too? Which one, Richard? There was 3 times they were exposed. One time was at Jimbo's, with the whole bag. And then the other time was when Jimbo and E Squared found him in the trunk of the car. And then when Debo found it. I mean, why would you, on everything that's holy, why would you, I mean, I think they would be in my primary bag, like the bag I grab, not an accessory bag or not a bag over here. I mean, that'd be what I got. Oh, Traders went live. See, I missed that too, so I have to go back and watch that too. Hey, Krabby McCrabface. Yeah, where were you when the shit flew? Well, thanks, Buttercup. Yeah, she was mean to me. Tina was mean to me. And I was agreeing with her. I was on her side, and she was like, wow, 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 wow. I was like, okay, she don't like me much. You're on my list. Okay, Tina. Okay, Tina. Yeah, Rand, I better follow you to bed, too. I want to get some sleep before everybody goes live today and talks about it. Plus, I got a bunch of them to catch up on and watch. She was hateful. That's because I tell her she's sometimes cuckoo for that. I don't think she's, I think Xander knows, I think Xander has the brain in that family. Guess what she said? And she said he'd never get out of jail. Do y'all remember when Jimbo said once Ernie was in jail and he was done on YouTube? Let's see if he sticks. I could probably find that clip. But he said, someone asked him that on his live. And he said, oh, no. So you're in a different time zone, aren't you? How many hours are you behind us, Doohickey? You're ahead of us. Yes, Ernie went to jail. Ernie went to jail. There. Here's the link. She was mean as hell. It's about 7 hours. It's about 7 p.m. there. Oh, so about 12 hours, kind of. A little over. My next focus is debunking Mammoth and then the reporter room. Then other tragedy events and conspiracy theories. I think I'll just keep going over Ernie shit. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be more crap to come, and still there's clips that we haven't even seen and all kinds of shit and clips we haven't seen, and I don't know. Jimbo's going to push it to where I, cover him. You're welcome, Krabby McCrabface. Let me slide this over here so you can see it. Let me zoom out. Fugitive from justice. There he is. I think we need to have a caption contest to caption that face. What do you think he's saying? I told the traders I want a database. I know there's a way you can put everything on a spreadsheet, but I didn't pay that much attention to that part of high school. It just bored me. Computers were, just kind of coming out, and you didn't have to really take it if you didn't want to. But I know the police put everything on a spreadsheet, and all they have to do is type in a word, and it'll take you right to where you find the source of it. And I think that's kind of what Gavel Geeks did with the Summer Wells case. Thank you, traders. Is that a snarl? I was like, what's he thinking there? Guess we caught the ghost. Ghostbusters. I know. They must have just asked him his height. What's your height? He said 5'9". No way he's 5'9". And he's nowhere 150. Wasn't a month ago. He was down to what? Did he say 114? I don't know. Yeah, he's probably talking about it. It's a start, Krabby. It's a start. Okay, folks, I'm going to go to bed. Thank y'all for being here. And thank you, Shelby, for being a new member. Nina, a member for 15 months. And Kaylin for the $50 super chat. I appreciate all of you. And I'll talk to y'all later.